during the gameplay. Okay, here we are. Okay, well, welcome back. Friday, 10th of January 2024, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to play a Game Plus session of Assassin's Creed Mirage, starting from the beginning, so we can have a look at how the prologue is told to the audience, how storytelling unfolds for this open world game, and what it means for us players. I've played this game when it was released. I finished it in about 40 hours. I really enjoyed it. It took me a little while to adapt to the gameplay, so that was an interesting experience. But I'm happy I stuck to it because it was really rewarding, and I really enjoyed the actually the storylines of that particular game and how surprising it was actually at the end. So here we go, Assassin's Creed Mirage Game Plus session, starting from the beginning. Here we go.
You asked me once about this memory. I lied. I told you it was lost. I worried the wrong lesson would be learned. But this man lived many lives, and he has much to teach us. Of course, when he came to us, he was little more than a common thief, scrambling to survive on the streets of Baghdad, dreaming of a better future. Not just for himself, but for all those he saw suffering on the margins. For while he lived in a golden age, at the heart and the height of the Abbasid Caliphate, scratch its gilded surface and you'd find a rot beneath. The Order of the Ancients fought to rise and spread their cruelty through the land. The Hidden Ones, as we were known then, resisted, striking at our enemy from the shadows, an eternal struggle. Centuries ago, he was at its heart. Basim ibn Ishaq. He honored the creed. He challenged it. So must we. We have it in all of us to mistake the shadows we walk for the light we serve. The time may come when we will be tested as he was. I fear that time is coming soon.
Easy, Basim. Breathe. Was it the Jinni again? And what did our friend want this time?
To strip the flesh from my bones? Dine on my innards? Never has much to say, yet it leaves its mark. I can still feel it crawling on my skin.
Hardly original. You should tell it as much.
Forget the Jinni for the moment. The day is new. There is work to be done. Derwish has left another contract.
Who for? Them again? We would make more money selling water to a camel.
Come, Nehal. Where is your sense of duty?
Duty does not fill our bellies.
No, but it does enrich the soul.
I will be outside.
Here we go, and that's how we begin the story of Basim. So Basim is already a well-known character in the AC franchise. We saw him in the previous episode of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and today we look at his origin story as a
Kick up
thief
some sand, Basim.
and an assassin. Going to be told off by Nehal in a minute. And this opening is obviously very cryptic. The narration.
I told Nehal this would be impossible to sell when she stole it, but she could not resist.
You said we have a contract. Let us honor it.
Yes, I am coming.
Quickly.
Wonder what it is about these ancient baubles that fascinates her so.
And so we have this introduction from the assassins telling, you know, what could be the future of Basim, the fact that it's a lost memory into the, you know, this kind of arrays of memory that's, you know, how to explain that? This is where I found that the lore becomes a bit convoluted between the, you know, the modern days of re-exploring and inhabiting those characters and the higher lore of those kind of entities visiting Earth, etc., and having those kind of powerful weapons. And I think even like, I'm not even sure it's even clear for Ubisoft sometimes, to be honest. But yeah.
But a few simple tools to build the greatest of mosques. I hope you continue to share your wisdom, Father.
Anyway,
wherever you are.
That particular opening was pretty powerful, quite cryptic as well, a lot of symbolism, a lot of kind of very strong images there, and we don't know really how to piece this together. Maybe because we just revisit this memory. Maybe we lived it before, but we can't remember everything. All that to say, the game opens with a lot of very strong imagery, and also something like, I mean, it's really beautiful. The aesthetic about it is really grandiose, to be honest. And playing it, like I'm on PS4 at present, so I'm just gonna.
The sun casts a long shadow.
Let us not keep Derwish waiting. I cannot bear another lecture.
I'm on a PS4, so I'm playing
It is
HD.
quite a few Darwish has pushed your way now.
I'm pretty sure like on the PS5
You
that
have
could
his
look
trust.
even
That
more
much is
amazing.
Do you suppose you have theirs? These shadowy types?
I should hope so by now.
Then they should show it. You take all the risk and they offer little in return.
They are liberators, Nehal, not merchants.
I know the stories. Still, the price of liberty should be enough to feed us.
Anbar, province of Baghdad, 8061 CE. Yeah, so what I want to say was like the what I really like about Mirage is this sense of concentration. The game is not too long to play, unlike Valhalla or maybe Odyssey, which are like honestly maybe 80 hours plus games. This one can be done in 50. The map is fairly restricted, but I think that was really made by design, and everything is really much focused on stealth and parkour, in difference from, you know, Valhalla, for example, that was really kind of melee or yeah, you know, like pretty brutal forefront kind of type of problem solving, so to speak. Yeah, exactly. That was a very combat driven game, when this one is actually more within the discrete side of things, which tend to rebound with the original of the franchise. So that was, I found this game more coherent and more consistent than Valhalla for that matter, and in some ways more enjoyable as well. You know that you can actually finish it, which I did. That was good. I'm still playing Odyssey and Valhalla at present, and I'm far from
About this contract,
having it done.
I do not want you to mistake my words for pestering. I am only looking out for you, Ya Sadiki.
It is no inconvenience to stand up to our oppressors as the hidden ones do.
Do you think yourself some hero of tomorrow? The next Gilgamesh?
No. I am merely the son of a public servant who dedicated his life to the betterment of his people. Only to be slighted and forgotten. But I am honored you think I could reach such heights. I may just aim for them.
That is not at all what I said.
It is what I heard.
Such crowds. Something important must be happening.
The Khalifa has been summoned to the Winter Palace. It is surely his wealthy retinue that drives this crowd.
There's a hospital now.
Perhaps they're in the mood to offer donations.
Ah, I see your meaning. A little sleight of hand to sharpen our wits.
So you can
If this
steal
contract will
from
not feed us, the Khilafa might as well.
a few people around. I do have actually I have a noto.
That merchant has left his purse on the table. An easy one to begin with.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's the classic kind of like Udin's High, etc. Yeah.
Better leave before they notice.
Come here! Ready yourself.
Why is she still on that mode? Come on.
A keen eye and an agile hand. A formidable duo.
I have no idea why Nehal is still like glowing like this, but okay. Oh, okay, I find that there's a bit of a. Yeah, it's basically tutorial at this stage, isn't it?
There. The boisterous one. He must have something of value.
That's fine. So there is a mini game, so you have to kind of click within the borders of that particular lozenge to be able to steal the purse or the kind of the coins of that particular character. As you progress in the game, that becomes more of an automatic thing. But you can play that for now, you see. Oh, I have an automatic one. That's good. Good for me. See you.
Where are you going now?
Oh, Nehal. I'm being told off constantly. Okay, I'm here.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, sneaky. Yes, okay.
And
yeah.
over there, by that stall, she's got some coin.
Does she? There we go. Undetected.
Well done.
Sweet.
You truly are the master thief of Anvar.
Is that
Oh,
jealousy
yes.
I hear?
Hardly a great looter of purses.
Here we go.
Insufferable. Come.
Hey, come in, y'all. Where is she? Oh, she's ahead of me? That's strange, okay. So we begin a story pretty much like this. We are
Good to see you.
a young man pretty under the impression of the assassins. Somebody who's loyal to his friends and his community, was being, surviving thieves in Baghdad, basically. Yes, it does sound like Aladdin. It's a little bit like Aladdin. But he doesn't have a speaking monkey with him. Or a genie for that matter. Although the jinn can be a little bit like this. Most seriously, no. So this is the origin story of that character, and as you progress obviously in the story, you will be joining the assassins and get through your training, which I hope we can do a little bit today, and sent on various missions around the map. But for this, we need to give the character needs to have a big motivation to do so. So this is kind of where we're going to head up in a minute.
It's Basim!
Hello. Amin, how is your knee?
Much better, Basim. Wrapped it and rested a few days, like you said.
Good. So long as each day is better than the last and you take care not to extend yourself, you will recover fine.
Has this happened to you before? Is that why you know how to treat it?
I am no stranger to scrapes and bumps, but I have learned to prevent them. And so should you, if I may. Your sandals are worn and cannot grip the ground. Your knees are taking the brunt of your movements. We need to find you something better. Something that fits. But that part is not so easy.
The mosques are plenty. I am sure to find a better pair there. If you will not pass judgment.
Ha! Do not look to me. That will be between you and Allah, ya Sadiqi.
Ahlan, Basim, come here, come here.
Steal anything good?
Fahmi,
Basim, the Khalifa has arrived with his court. Have you seen them?
I have not. Though I did meet some of his merchants at the markets.
I saw them up close. Al-Mutawakkil is much, much larger than I had imagined. A towering man indeed.
Of course. He gorges on food served with the finest spices you and I can only hope to one day taste.
I heard whispers of an important visit, but I cannot say from whom. I am sworn to secrecy.
Let me guess. Hala, the palace guard's daughter.
What? How did you know?
I know where you really go when you say you are fetching water. She is kind, a good friend to you. And maybe more someday.
Oh, Basim.
I am serious. She will keep you out of trouble. You could use that. See you, Fahmi.
Steal anything good today?
So it's quite sweet to children. That will happen a few times during the game. You would have a few connections like this, and bits of dialogue or side quests with young boys and young girls that is gonna help along the way. And it's very sweet. That gives him a little bit of a kind of big brother kind of dimension, especially when you feel that he might be losing a little bit of his empathy as he grows as an assassin. There's always this kind of like childlike traits within himself and a connection with youth that is, yeah, that is quite sweet actually. Okay, let's go.
Why. Here is the lazy boy. I've been waiting on you.
Someone has to plan our meals. Hold. Food. I would not flaunt that around the markets. Trust me.
Go to Sahida's. She uses lots of butter.
That she does.
You look weary. Are you well?
It is nothing a little adventure will not fix. What do they need?
A shipping ledger at the harbor. It is worth nothing by itself, but the information it contains is valuable to them.
This is child's play. Do they not have anything more difficult? I can do more.
Never mind your ego. The Khalifa's guards are here in number, and you would do well to remember that.
You worry for me more now than when we lived in Baghdad.
My worry is the same. I've only grown too old and too tired to hide it. Bring the ledger back here, and do it swiftly.
We have not talked about my fee.
And we won't. Not until the deed is done. You know how they are.
Shocking.
He is just a messenger.
And you are still an errand boy. You can do this one on your own.
Okay, so if you've played the game, you will know, you know the situation with Nehal, etc. I would just stay within the context of this gameplay. If you're not gonna play it, we can talk about it if you want, or we can have a conversation on Discord about the lore of Mirage, etc. I just want to have a keep in mind on the way Nehal interact with Basim, the way she kind of influence him to do certain things, and the way she interacts with other character or not. Okay, there's a lot of things here. It kind of makes a lot of sense as you go through the storyline and the reveals by the end, etc. I found that really good. There were some kind of rewrites through a few updates of the game where Nehal is present or not present, etc., etc. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna, share more than this. I'm gonna keep like 3 little dots to that thought. But I found it really, really interesting, and having a second pass on the game right now, like we're doing, makes a lot of sense. It's really, really well managed for that matter, and that character is very well managed. Okay, so a little bit of a side mission here. One character to another. Dear Dervis, oh, how the greatest beauty can be concealed by a meek facade. Priceless gems hid beyond the plentless rock, or the humblest shopfront. You see, I'm a character of exquisite And I hear you stock precious stones from Saradib, emeralds from Koshasan, pearls from the ocean of Synth, and I would cherish such jewel forever. Name your price and I will meet it. Okay, so now basically the mission is kind of activated, and we have a new kind of like marker to follow.
You are on your own, Basim.
I do not wish for you to be upset. I took the contract, so I will see it through.
I am not upset, Basim. I simply cannot understand why you overlook your own interests to serve theirs. You owe nothing to anyone but yourself. Remember that. This is no contract. It is a favor. I do not work for scraps.
Fair enough.
Did they say anything else about the ledger? Or why they want it?
I tell you what they tell me, Basim. As always, it's just enough. Why are you asking? Huh?
I would like to know just what it is I am contributing to.
You have done much in the way of facilitating their endeavors. And so I will speak a word on your behalf. My one caution, and I have been doing this long enough to share it, anyone who works from the shadows does so only because they must. In the face of looming danger, for example. By working alongside them, we have invited the danger to our door. And we must be very careful not to let it in.
Remember to pick up your feet, will you?
So that was quite a bit of a foreshadowing situation. We have to be really careful. We have to be discreet, otherwise we'll bring danger back to our own homes. That's all we know so far. I just want to take a quick minute to look at the amazing environment we have here. This is something I found really amazing with this game, probably more than any Assassin's Creed to date, and I'm pretty sure Shadows will be just as beautiful, but this particular game was developed by Ubisoft Bordeaux, which is a small Ubisoft branch in comparison to all the branches they have, and this team has made such an excellent work from the storyline perspective as well as the modelization, the look, the aesthetic. It's so well researched, it's so rich, and again the sense of like maybe a bit of a pocket type of Assassin's Creed game and a more pocket map really allows you to pack a lot of, I don't know, textures and details and little things, and just to make it a very rich and vibrant environment. And I think that was definitely the right way to do it. And people were craving for something like this actually for a long time.
What was the final tally of what we received?
16 crates, 1 chest, half a dozen satchels. Only 3 crates remain last time I checked the ledger.
Give their handlers until tomorrow evening. If they don't show by then, we must assume they've forgotten about their wares. Open them up. Keep whatever catches our eyes. Dump the rest. Wait here.
Okay, so yeah, crouch. Okay, R1 to knock out. Easy peasy.
Hold on!
If I am seen, I will have to flee. Good thing I can outrun these sagging guards.
Is the ledger on the I don't think so. Still the ledger, but okay, bear with me. I'm gonna knock this guy down. There we go. Easy peasy. Let's have a look at this come up. So, like, the entire beauty of this game is to basically stay as discreet as possible. You won't resolve a lot of things with sheer violence, although you will have plenty of options for that too.
Locked.
But
a minor delay.
Overall, it's a lot better and more strategic, if anything, to do just that. And now I'm gonna call that guy.
Something going on.
I'm gonna stay here because otherwise the other guy might see me too. Hopla. Okay. So now what we need to find is the guy with the key, so let's have a look. I'm not sure exactly where he is. So that guy might... Is he? Okay. Let's have a look around. You can obviously loot a lot of things. I don't think there's a lot of things activated at this point, but there's a chest there. We're on the lookout for the key, so basically when you look at it closely, many aspects of Assassin's Creed Shadow looks like a puzzle game when you need to understand where the guys are, the soldiers are, what they see, what they can't see, and navigate this kind of environment. I hope it makes sense. But yeah, it kind of struck me when I played first. I was like, oh, okay. After a while, I was thinking, I got this. I think it operates like a puzzle, a big puzzle game. It becomes very tactical at some point. It can be quite tricky. Okay, so this guy is here. Do I have an access anywhere? I'm not really sure what I can access the window. There we go. I'm gonna take this guy in.
What?
And now we should be able to progress without too much difficulty. There shouldn't be more guards. Just gonna climb up. And discreetly make our way to that guy. So that's the problem. It's like a lot of guys just like staring at walls. Like, what is it doing? I'm not sure. And that's one thing I found always a little bit amusing. It's like you would find a lot of guards that are just you know, sometimes placed in corners of rooms like this one, and they don't do much. They just are staring at the staring at the wall, which is kind of weird. Anyways, it's a strange placement of AI, and I think at the time, to be honest, AC Mirage was a bit criticized for his use of AI. I think it was a little bit, yeah, not super responsive sometimes. So there was a lack of difficulty progression. So as you grew as you grew in expertise, well, basically the game got easier, and the game didn't really recalibrate to create more challenges as part of the encounters you make. Maybe it has changed ever since I played. It's also a possibility. But I remember you have basically three types of
there. That may be what I'm looking for.
You can really confront.
I wonder what secrets this ledger holds. Maybe I can get the old grouser Derwish to squeeze a hint out of our contact.
That should do it. Correct stuff. And then we'll check the menu by the end of the session so we have a bit of an idea about you know, how it looks like if you want to play it. I really recommend Assassin's Creed Mirage. I think it's a really good game. And it's again something, it's an Assassin's Creed you can finish in about 40 hours without an enormous amount of challenges. There's some of them are, some parts can be challenging, but it's really rewarding, and it's worth sticking to it for the storylines and the reveal that you can enjoy by the end of the game, basically. I think it's really worth it. But it's you pay a little bit for what I'm gonna be honest. It's sometimes you kind of wonder a little bit where this is going, but
we could use some eyes around
Nehal, what are you doing here?
I'll see what I can do.
She looks important. You should haggle for a better fee.
Ah, Basim, what timing? Did you get it?
Without a fuss.
Aha, an assassin.
Give it here.
Roshan.
You are one of them.
Iconic character that you can also see in the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. She has her own kind of side quest with
It looks
Ivar.
as though it was delivered this morning.
You're certain it is the chest you seek?
I am certain.
This is prior
Hey,
to Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
You need something stolen? I am your man. Derwish can attest. He has given me all your contracts.
Then you have done your part.
I can do more.
2 of my best men died in this pursuit. I doubt a street thief would fare much better.
Then let me join you. You have 2 openings.
Basim wants to job,
Should
clearly.
take off this beef with that insult.
Thank you, Derwish.
Listen here, Basim. You want to keep working for me? You keep your head down and your mouth shut.
Why must you embarrass yourself like that?
Like what?
Like a beggar. Desperate for them to notice you.
Desperate? Nehal, I am good at what I do. That woman would be lucky to have me.
But she does not want you. You are a street thief with dirty feet. So why bother? Why keep pushing yourself down this path?
Because being a street thief is not the peak of my ambition. I have more to offer this world than my nimble fingers. They just cannot see it yet.
Aha.
Almost, Jasib. What is this?
Aha! This is my latest creation. It helps me fend off angry merchants when they... catch me digging around their wares.
I will consider myself spared. You smell foul. What is that?
We've been fishing at the harbor since morning. Terrible luck, though.
The harbor? Did you happen to see or hear any fuss over a chest?
Ah, yes, a black one. Very beautiful. Some burly guards took it with them to the palace.
Shukran laka, ya Jasib.
What are you doing?
They want that chest, and I am going to get it for them. Then they will see.
There is just no getting through to you, is there? Then
Nope.
we will do this together. If you get caught at the Winter Palace, they will kill you on sight. We will need a safe way in. And I know where we might scout one.
Okay, let's go.
That is if you can bear to follow my lead for a change.
You do not have to get involved, Nehal. I know your feelings on this.
It is utterly foolish. But it seems I cannot stop you. So I will come with. And nag you until you decide to abandon the idea of stealing a chest from the Khalifa's Winter Palace.
When you say it like that,
It only excites me further.
Are we going or not?
Let's go, Nehal. So first time there's a branching option. You have multiple options like this, sometimes up to 4, I think, for dialogue branching. And yeah, no, that's cool. I like it. I like it very much. I was expecting this
is a mad plan, Basim.
to show up anytime
Even if
soon.
you were to
So
succeed
I'm
and they
glad
welcome you into their ranks,
kind of
what
happened.
then? Will you forget about us?
Of course not. Nehal, their interests are our interests.
Look at this.
You,
I
me,
mean,
and every
the
other
modelization
street
is
dweller who has been
amazing.
cast aside. Living off scraps and dirty water.
I like the sand
instrument
rising
that
in the
sees us out
distance,
of
the
that life.
atmospherics, the light
That
as
sees
well.
that Jasip can use his talents to be a real craftsman. That sees that good men are not
Really
cast
beautiful.
aside as my father was. And no children left
I think
wondering
it's a really great achievement of the game.
tomorrow will bring.
Too many players, it looks like it's a
hear
bit
what you are
underrated,
saying,
I find,
Basim.
to be honest.
But you paint a portrait
It
of
came
a world
after
that cannot
Valhalla, that
exist.
was a really big
That is where
game.
we disagree.
Raised a lot of criticism as well, like pretty much any Assassin's Creed game nowadays, I guess. But
There it is, the Winter Palace. Come, this way.
Right behind you.
it's really hard for a franchise like this that's been around for so long to really please everybody, because you know every player didn't started with the first one. We come in at different points of the story or the franchise, so our first experience with Assassin's Creed is often quite strong and memorable. I started with Origins.
Here. Let us wait for nightfall.
So I would wrongly expect that the gameplay is going to be the same from one episode to another, but it's not the case at all. There are commonalities and there are, you know, common kind of trademarks on the way you can play an Assassin's Creed game, but it's not always the same, and it kind of
Does where you stand
map the
not awaken
culture and the
fond
character
memories?
within the
Not so long ago,
standard
we were
matrix of
counting our
moves
spoils up
and
here, under the cover of night.
stealth mode and stuff like that.
Just like this.
The stakes were lower then.
And so too was the prize.
Well, before you claim your prize, you will first have to reach it. As far as I can see, that will take some creativity.
We could always try the front gate.
You will have to let me know how that goes for you.
Where are you going?
I've had a clever thought. If your mind is absent of one, you should perhaps follow mine.
Wait!
Okay. So first kind of area exploration. So we do have a few
It is dark enough. Come.
like markers. Obviously she's here. We know she's right there.
Nehal!
Fastening yourself to my tail, Basim. Very sensible.
I know
We'll
how
follow
you
her
hate to
a
be
little bit.
alone.
There were a few adjustments on the way the parkour is managed
I see
as
some
well.
guards
Some
just
backflip
that way.
movements that were a little bit difficult to manage at first, and there's obviously the amazing time shifts. As you grow your skills, you'll be able to slightly teleport through space and strike multiple enemies, which is really cool. Now, it's a little bit incongruous within the realm of the storyline, because it becomes a form of paranormal ability more than anything else. But it's pretty cool. So if it's cool, you know, let's use it, I guess.
Let's go.
So there again, we're playing the first few hours on the gameplay, on the Game Plus session. I finished the game initially about, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago? Has it been this long? Maybe. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Now with regard to stealth mode like this one, there are a few questions with regard to gameplay and game mechanics as to ask if you should really be able to see God through walls and you know, enclaved rooms and stuff like that. It's, you know, it's a game design. Ultimately, if you wanted to have something a bit more realistic, I would agree not to be able to see it.
This door may lead us inside.
Not without a key, it won't.
Have a look around.
Aha, the guy over there. But this is how it is, and yeah, it's actually quite useful to have those kind of see-through options, because it helps you anticipate a few things. I don't know if it is. No, okay. Oh, then I need to go the other way. Up. Maybe the bloods on the way. And more often than not, you will find that those guys, the actual NPCs, are on loop. So you just need to find the right timing, anticipate a couple of times. You know where they're going, what they're doing, what are the site of vision. So I can't move here. So this is what I mentioned before in terms of how is they. It's a bit of a. It's a game of, it's a puzzle basically, where pieces are moving constantly. So we're gonna wait here. I think my guy is gonna come back at some point, and then we'll be able to actually take the key and maybe dash away back to the room. I think that's what's gonna happen. I can just here for a little minute. And all of this, you know, those walls, they have mosaic. It's very ornate. The I mean, it's truly beautiful. So Paris got all the key by hand, this is it, but I need to know which one. And I'm not sure that's the big guy over there. There should be another loop. Some of the guys out there, not over there. Let's wait a little bit and see if there's anything here. I'd be surprised if it's this guy here. Okay, let's wait. He's quite a big guy, so I'm not going to get into trouble with that. So he has a horn as well, I have to be careful. Okay. I have to anticipate the moves. Give me that.
He still owes me. How many weeks is that? It's getting to the point I think we should insist.
But no key, no guardian with key here. So he saw me. So the AI... Okay. So I'm just gonna call one of them.
To keep our eyes open.
That's odd.
And I'm gonna wait for him to come by.
Leave no stone unturned.
Hey, what? What? You're dead!
So I've been put up.
It is better this way.
Now I'm basically running for my life at this point.
I'll summon aid.
Oh. So now he wronged the orb. I have absolutely nothing to defend myself with, so it's not ideal. I'm gonna get my bum kicked. Now I can try to climb. Okay, not so far so good, I guess. Basim, run!
Enjoying yourself, mate? Dog!
Ah, damn.
Someone help me with this!
Voila. Voila. So I still don't know where the key is. Not sure. Can hide here for a minute. I'm gonna. There we go. I'm gonna. Oh, hide, Basim. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hide here. Ah, it's putting me here a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna hide here. It's fine. So this little shadow shows where I was last. They will look for me for a couple of minutes and then they kind of come back to the position. So we might have another chance at finding the key. Let's see. So they're looking for me. I don't think they will find. Will they? I hope not. Here we go. Oh, the guy with the keys over there.
Lucky piece of dung. You will sleep.
Wait, what? I'll silence you!
It's gonna be a hard battle.
They have found me.
It's gonna be a hard sell. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Keep quiet now. No groaning.
Okay, I do have the key. Yeah, okay, good. Okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. That was really unexpected. I wanted to go really kind of stealthy, but clearly I'm not capable of doing that. So here we are. Oh dear. That was shot. That was a close shot as well. Okay. Now we can go to the room. Okay,
Any luck
yeah.
finding a key?
Yes, I found the key. Woo! Yeah, generally speaking, you will make plans, but
An unruly sun is
it all
not
goes
helping
sideways.
matters.
I mean, my plans are going sideways anyway. Yours might be working, but mine's not really
The
off.
young man is eager. It's his first time in the palace, is it not? Let him wander, I say. Cater to his needs. This meeting is supposed to be brief after all.
Here they are. Come.
Through there. The Khalifa awaits you.
Good little sequence right there. Nice directing as well. I like the work
They
of
have
the
arrived,
camera.
Mole. Out, all of you. I am to meet with them alone.
Father, let me stay.
Take him.
Looks heavy. We'll never get it out of the palace.
Then I will just have to take what is inside.
There we go.
Gentlemen, welcome. Everything is in order. I understand this means a great deal to you. Rest assured, it will be well protected here.
We will accept nothing less.
Max Sphere, so no
we
name
will carry
here.
out our work and return to you when we are ready. Be prepared, Khalifa.
Might I see it once? The contents. If we are to guard this with our lives, we should know...
You saw nothing of this. You say nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, of course. Perish the idea.
Very well. So there's
Now is our
always
chance.
this idea of an order in the background. That's something we see a lot with so quite profusely. Sorry,
Someone
with,
is coming.
with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And same
This
for
way. Looks quiet.
same for
I
Assassin's
never
Creed
thought
Odyssey.
I'd set foot in here. Just look at these arches. You could chisel off a piece and sell it for a hoard of gold. You didn't happen to bring it.
So it's a bit recurrent in Assassin's Creed, those kind of masked characters, occultists,
snatch,
etc.
run.
Basim, hurry.
Here again, we're falling into that kind of pattern, but we know there's only 5 of them, which is a bit more manageable than maybe Odyssey.
Basim.
Okay.
Give me that! No! No! Do you have any idea what they will do to me?
Please, I am sorry.
This is your fault!
Stop! Please!
You thieving little rat!
Okay, Nehal kills him.
Run!
Nehal, wait! Father! Get that
And
boy!
I'm going. I had the artifact and I'm gonna have to run for my life. Oh yeah, this is it. Oh sorry. There we go.
There you are!
There we go. Okay, let's go.
No one will pass me!
There we go. And we're leaving the area as much as possible. As much as we can. Come on, quick. Just a bit of an escape. Up a lot, up a lot. It's not too complicated. We can make a way out. It's kind of a lucky escape type of scenario. Up a lot. Skive, skive, skive. Okay, no problem. Jump. The water. Okay, come on, quick. Quick, Basim, quick, 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 quick. Missing my turn. Okay, up là. They rung the alert. Where am I going? I'm not sure. Do I need to go down here? Okay, yeah, okay. Okay.
Nehal, are you here? What?
No, no, Basim, come down. Calm down. Okay, okay. Woo! Okay. There we go. So now we have this particular artifact that's going to be like a focus of kind of wonder and mystery, a bit of a MacGuffin for that matter. And what Roshan wanted us to collect. Now we don't know what it is. We can see it created a form of illusion that's beyond our comprehension. It's probably a different type of technology. Not sure what that is, what that does. It has some kind of power for sure. And the city is alerted of the current situation.
No! Stop this!
You are back to the dream state?
Please! What do you want from me?
And that sound, that screeching sound of a beast.
Nehal?
Distressing.
Not quite.
Him.
Are you well? Good. Because I need you to tell me about this.
I do not know what you mean.
Okay, soldiers. They are patrolling, trooping, looking for
Tell me
Basim.
what happened. Silence is not your ally here.
It is not silence. I cannot explain what I saw. That object. It did something to me. I was somewhere else. Cold. And frightened. Before I knew it, the Khalifa had his hands around my neck. It was an accident. I did not mean for... Just wanted to help.
We need to get you out of here. I have a boat at the western docks.
What? No, I cannot leave. I need to find Nehal.
Stop and think, Basim. The Khalifa's guard is searching for his murderer. A young thief of your description. They will not stop until they have found you.
That's the refusal of the call, really.
Prison they throw you into. It will be a shallow grave.
He will need a particular motivation to leave his life, his world, to move forward and follow Roshan. Whether he's resisting it, but he will have to be destituted or lose something important.
They are all in danger.
So, Roshan has offered...
I must be more careful.
He has somewhat...
The soldiers are hunting all who look like me.
He has somewhat refused to follow Roshan right away, and he needs to warn Dervis and the others, so he needs to give notice about what is going on. Oh, that's not good. Let's do that. Generally speaking, you can get some heights, so it's better to operate from above. Up along. Obviously, you can activate your kind of super sights. Is it a way to? Yeah, okay, that's right. Now, I don't have weapons. That's something to keep in mind as well. I have no means to really defend myself at this point in the game, which can be a little bit frustrating, I guess.
I will not be safe for certain if I do not lose these guards.
Okay.
Put an arrow in him! Run! You faithless cowards!
So that's... oh, okay, that's good. I guess that's where I was supposed to go. Loading screen anytime soon? Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so the warning of the god, the revenge of the Caliph, but also that point of no return for Basim, the, you know,
Basim, avert your eyes.
the young child you talked to before.
There is nothing we could have done.
Nothing! If the Khalifa were alive, this would not have happened!
Watch where you point your blamey little finger, Basim. It was your idea to steal from the palace. Also that you can impress your cunning friends. I saved us.
You killed them! You did this!
It came from over there!
I hope I never see you again.
Hurry!
So rejection of Nehal and point of no return for
Let us
Basim
try that again. All of them dead.
as
When it was
members
me
of
they
his
sought to punish.
village and the people he cared for have been killed as a result of his own actions and his own wrongdoing, so to speak, with the theft of the Caliph. Hopla. And so begin the escape of Basim towards maybe what's going to be a different life for him moving forward. Obviously, I kind of know what's coming next, but I'm not going to spoil it. Here we go. This time I'm connecting with Roshan. I'm finally taking an offer. I have nothing left to lose now. I lost everything, so to speak. So I'm ready to embrace that.
Is it him?
I think so. Good enough.
Move.
And now we know that Roshan is quite deadly. She's quite formidable. She's an assassin. She's well trained.
What are you doing?
Don't think.
There we go. Not really for face quite yet, but we'll get there eventually. There we go! A Ubisoft original. And we are the open credits of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Supposedly. Are we? Oh, they're gonna keep us singing a little bit. Yeah. Again from the darkness. Those kind of monsters like, you know, chasing him. Who knows who they are? We don't know. And this is where we are. We're kind of emerging from that river, from that little lake. I was a bit confused the first time about where am I now? What's happening? But it does make sense.
A new day, another test. I should get back.
I'll have 2 months left, so not sure I have much to carry it. No, that's it. That's all good. I'll go to follow that particular marker. So that reminds me a little bit of the training site of The Witcher, if you know which one I'm talking about. Yeah. So now we followed Roshan, and we're in what seems to be a fairly safe environment, removed from the city, and we'll see what's going on. It's called A New Beginning. Return to training. Okay.
There you are. Are you ready?
I think so.
Put yesterday out of your mind. It has no bearing on today. Get dressed, and we can begin.
So clearly Roshan is now playing the role of mentor for Basim, and she will teach him the way of the assassins, as you know, the character stays on their wings and
Go on, Basim, like we practiced.
Yes, master.
Here we go. This kind of acknowledgement of her, you know, positioning as his master. Okay, I can do that. What did I miss? Did I miss something? Okay, that was me. I don't know what's going on. Let me come back here. Let me do this again. Okay, that's not right. Okay. That what? Okay, oh yeah. Okay, I got you. It's not too difficult. Here we go. Here we go. The playability is actually really good. I mean, it's very smooth.
You look drunk today, Basim. Keep training.
I don't know if I'm probably streaming 30 FPS, but I'm playing 60.
Steady, Basim.
And it's really nice. It's absolutely lovely.
No.
Yes, master.
Leap of faith. Not quite there.
I've seen enough. We will try again tomorrow.
I felt fine.
I can see it in your body. You lose focus too easily. The leap of faith is a crucial step on your path to initiation. It is one of the Brotherhood's first and most sacred rites. To perform it successfully, You must first center your mind, body, and spirit. Embrace the fear. Quiet it. Find a stillness. And let go.
Yes, master.
There are a couple of times where you can use this kind of R3 refocus option. It works. Sometimes it gets you into like
Back in
a bit of a cinematic feel about
I witnessed a
when there's
between the
gameplay.
Khalifa and 5 masked men, order members. The Khalifa was meant to protect the object they discovered, but he knew nothing of their plans for it. He did not even know them by name. How does the most powerful man in Baghdad bend such a fearful knee to the faceless?
The Order has held dominion over such men and their empires for centuries by convincing them of their truth, that they are the natural arbiters of the world. The Khalifa was but their puppet, and the same will be true of whomever succeeds him. The entire Khalifa is under their influence.
So this is the kind of things that are good, and you can see that in Red Dead Redemption as well. When you have a little bit of exposition, it's always better to have special transitions. So having people riding or walking or running on side of each other and discovering some aspect of the map, it makes the information less passive when you receive it.
Speak with Fulab and see if he needs help.
Okay.
We will continue your training later.
Yes, master.
So it's a common trick, so to speak, to get people to speak and moving around the map to help unfold some aspect of exposition, and sometimes in the context of Red Dead Redemption, this is where you learn more about Arthur's backstories, about his companions, Dutch, and all that stuff. And that was, yeah, I think that was really well used in that particular
How
game.
is Noor, the brave eagle?
Will he fall, or will he soar?
You will soar, ya Sadiqi. Inshallah.
Thank you. We have a similar spirit, you know.
What gave you that idea?
One of the Banu Musa was angry at you, and you were unfazed. Remember?
I did not touch his hammer.
You refused to apologize for something you did not do. I respect that. Stubborn, like me.
I have been called worse.
There we go, a bit of a...
Have you seen Fulad in camp?
I have seen him speaking to Ahmed near his office.
Araka lahiqan.
I think it's on the heights a little bit. So you can obviously interact with all those characters and have a little bit more of an idea about who's doing what and who are those people, and you know, all in training. They're basically the gang of Roshan. That's kind of obvious enough. But it's good to know who's doing what, and you can sometimes, at least in the first part of the story or the first section of the game, you can come back to them and ask them for a couple of things. They are contextually placed here. They don't have a real big impact on what's going on, but it's a bit like a kind of Robin Hood situation, basically.
Ah, what is this in the corner? Here, a small design.
It is my signature. So you know I created this, and not Al-Hassan, or worse, Abu Jafar. I just understand, Wadan.
Ah, Basim, how are you? Yes, Enkidu, food is coming.
Enkidu.
He is intelligent, and intelligence is supposed to rhyme with patience. Reminds me of someone.
Have you been speaking to Master Roshan?
Have patience. Be kind to your progress.
I will take this to heart. Roshan asked me to come see you?
Ah, yes. Rebecca needs leather strips. Can you fetch those from the storeroom?
I shall, Fulad.
Arakalahekan.
A couple of like little fetch mission, nothing pretty incredible. But just an opportunity to explore the environment and to talk to a couple of characters. Again, beautiful. I found the environment being quite something. I'm a big fan. There we go.
That is not it.
No. Okay,
it is hard to find anything in here.
So this is the investigation part, isn't it? Okay, let's take a look. Leather strips?
No, that is not a strip of leather.
Okay. So that's not a strip of leather, no problem, let's carry on. Where could that be? It's going to be a letter. So a little bit obviously of backstories and contextual information through letters and journals, I believe. Nothing too onerous to read. Yeah, I would say take the time you need to go through this and to have a better appreciation of your environment. They might indicate some interesting place to loot or some particular kind of, you know, character of interest to observe. So yeah, or some legend about the lore.
These forces within the Caliphate are beginning to put pressure on us.
Forces? You mean the Order, Aban?
I can only speak of what I know, Your Sarderi. The Caliph wishes to nullify the rebels, and if you persist in giving them support, we cannot assure you protection from any Caliphate response.
The rebels supply us with information in Baghdad. Without them, we are blind.
Be that as it may, Governor Muhammad is very committed to showing that he can end this rebellion swiftly.
I do not doubt that.
I came to warn you. Things are moving fast in Baghdad. You may have to act sooner than expected.
I hear you, Aban.
So this is a little bit more linear than what we had maybe in the first instance
who
of the
govern
game.
these lands are the only things standing between Alamut and a full-scale attack. A fragile piece. How
But
long
it's
will it
necessary
last?
to create context. It will open occasionally certain missions you will start with, you know, there's heavy use of cinematics and cutscenes, and although you are in an open world environment, there is a form of somewhat of narrative restraint about the things you have to do in that particular space and the threads of the stories you unfold. So I could just go, I believe, and just go away from here, or maybe not, I don't know, I never tried, because I'm too busy doing like collecting leather straps for the guy for that matter. But generally speaking, it's a little bit less, I found it's a little bit less open space than Odyssey and Valhalla used to be. Although you can possibly escape Baghdad and go into the desert and get lost in the desert if you want to until you desynchronize. This particular part here is kind of a little bit more railroaded, so you have an idea about the context in which you operate and what is expecting of you and what is the order and so on and so on and so forth, and what are the key characters of your clan, I would say. Speak to this guy, I'm gonna do this for now. There we go.
Rebecca?
Basim. Are you just wandering the camp aimlessly now?
No. I have this leather for you. Will it do?
Apparently, you've moved past the wooden swords. I protested, but Roshan insisted. Here is your dagger.
Aha, at last. A decent weapon.
And your sword.
Nice. So you have a short and long sword. Okay. As a point of reference, a few months after the release of the game, Ubisoft released Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which is a really good game as well. I played it a couple of times, so I'll probably do another stream about it.
Make them feel the sharpness
in
of
Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed Mirage, you can wear the outfit of the Prince of Persia. There's a little bit of a bonus, hidden bonus for the fans of the genre.
Show her that new sword of yours.
Okay.
I look forward to it.
So you can, I can't do that. So even there, I'm limited. This was my assumption that you can't really see the world map or the environment behind or beside the clan. I can't even like. Okay, that's parry. carry. And I should have a. Just bear with me, just find my. Ah, here we go. So you have knives. So this is the wheel of kind of tools you can use. You can have smoke bombs, knives, poison, and you can navigate this by selecting the options you want, and then Basim will be able to actually use those things and distract maybe some guards, or attack them in the way that makes sense.
How does training go, ya Sadiqi?
Noor showed me a new way to grip my knife, and it has improved my accuracy greatly. If you throw it just so, it sails through the air, swift and true.
So
Shall I
good.
remind you how to use a knife?
Thank you. So, throwing knife like we just saw a couple of minutes ago. And R2. Where am I supposed to shoot? Press R2 to throw it, so that was going to remind us how to use this properly. There we go.
Ya Ilahi, well done.
Now this will create a smoke of red dust, which is good because you can then hide when the guards are distracted. There we go.
You have inspired me to train harder.
This is the way, ya Sadiq.
This is the way. Okay, a bit of a Notmondo. I like it. So 40 meters high. Okay, let's come back here. So yeah, that's a bit of an idea about how this works. You have also smoke bomb. You have like sound traps, I believe, and other things that can distract basically. Again, it's all about stealth. That was the kind of, I believe, the agenda of the developers is to give an entire stealth experience as part of Assassin's Creed. So again, not the usual kind of smash and bash that we had with Valhalla. Not a lot of like born an RPG combat with Odyssey. This one is really about stealth and discretion and stuff like that. Okay, how are we going to approach this? Shall we just try to climb? Just easy. So, okay, another letter. Okay. So, like most things in Assassin's Creed, you can climb on most stuff, but sometimes some surfaces might be more difficult to use. Why am I going to do this? So, shall I? Let me try to figure it out. Maybe I should try. Oh yeah, this is from below. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay. Good job, Basim. Good job, Basim. Here we go. Good job. The classic lift. Okay, that's a classic from the UC franchise.
Assalamu alaikum, ya Sadiqi.
Walaikum assalam. Did Fulab send you?
No, he did not.
You're not here to help move these rocks?
I am quite sure that was not me.
I do not mean to be rude, but I have no time to talk. I must figure this out.
I will leave you to it then.
Okay, no problem. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, this one. So here we go. You press X. You're pretty good. There's not a great deal of skills of agility to develop. Our hand is pretty much like semi-automated parkour. It's generally pretty straightforward. You just have to kind of keep pressing X and you kind of good. Generally speaking. Beautiful view, huh? Look at this. I mean, this is I know. I mean, I'm always in awe in front of this kind of environment, and I think AC Origin did a wonderful job at the time, and I love the light as well. It's I mean, I'm pretty sure it was developed on Unreal, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Huge fun.
Good work. Until tomorrow. Basim, time for combat training.
There
I was
was a bit of
surprised
toil
when
in there
Rebecca
again.
handed me this. Is a sword not a coarse weapon for a hidden one?
As hidden ones, we must become proficient with a number of weapons. You never know how a fight will escalate. Anyone can wield a sword, but how will you use it?
I am here to learn that, Master.
Are you truly here?
Well,
yeah, I guess.
Yes, I believe so.
You are here in body, but are you here in mind and soul?
Is this a riddle?
No, it is the difference between life and death.
Got the sparks in the background, really lovely that. This kind of like photographic quality is really...
Make sure you target in circle room. Never turn your back on your opponent.
Okay, look, target.
What are you doing? Are you trying to get stabbed in the back? Show me your quick stabs first.
Quick stab, okay, I want it.
Good. Yes. Excellent. There are times when we must put more force into our attack to cause more damage. It will leave you exposed, so time it properly. Now go! That's it!
So small and short, so heavy attacking.
Coming
Nice.
strong. Excellent. Now, for defense, you can parry the attacks of your opponent. After a few successful parries, your opponent will be stunned. Try to parry my attacks.
Okay.
Yes.
Get more for me, Roshan.
That's good.
Yeah. I missed that one.
Excellent. Some attacks cannot be parried and must be dodged instead.
Okay.
Prepare yourself. Good work.
And there we go.
That's the way.
Yeah.
Stay out of your head.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay, we'll have to
Now,
move around it.
let us try a free fight together. Use what you've learned.
Damn. She means business. Oh.
Hey, wake up! Bring your head back here. Hey, wake up! Bring your head back to right now.
I am dodging this, but
Take that!
Where
that was
did
pretty
come from?
seamless, wasn't that transition? Pretty good. Pretty good.
We are done for today, Basim.
Why must we stop? I learned nothing from failing.
True learning requires action and stillness in equal parts. You have made the action. Now, seek the stillness. Do not rush your training. Be patient. Failure is a part of progress. Think on these words, and come back better.
Yes, Master. I will.
Good. See you later.
That confrontation as being... Actually, I think there's a bookend here with Roshan from the first part of the game to the second part or even the end. That combat training and will echo something else further down the line. I just realized that. I think it's a good touch, actually. I think they mirror...
Ahmed will soon go back to the House of Wisdom.
They mirror those kind
I
of
fear
actions.
he may end in the middle of a snake's nest.
I know how close you are to your brother. We shall learn more soon. Then we can act.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu Ja'far.
It is Ahmed.
Ahmed, my apologies.
Do not worry. Come and warm yourself by the fire.
Our brother Ahmad is leaving us tomorrow.
To Baghdad, the House of Wisdom.
The House of Wisdom?
We have been working there, my brothers and I, for years. I still have some things to work on. Science waits for no one. And I will fulfill my duty as a hidden one by becoming your eyes and ears among the scholars.
There we go, so we have some plants a little bit
Ullah,
everywhere in the kingdom.
Tell Basim the story of the feather.
Our tradition of the feather comes from Egypt. They represent the feathers of Ma'at. The feathers of the heron were dipped in the blood of the targets. These would be left for the Lord of the Duat to judge. It is important we remain humble and know our place in the process. We are messengers of justice, and not the final judges.
So that could be a form of narrative reframing a story within the story. It kind of brings home a form of higher principle or higher concept that the game or the philosophy of the story kind of abides with.
Leave the stories for later.
May I speak to you in confidence?
You know you can.
I overheard Mentor Rayhan speaking to an emissary earlier.
That was a good ode
Mentor
to Assassin's Creed Origins as
we may
well.
come
So
under attack for
the
dealing
tales
with
of
rebels in
Nehal
Baghdad. Are we
featured in
safe
the
here,
game.
Alamush?
I do not know. But I pity the people who attack this nest of eagles.
Where are you going?
How goes the watch?
Nothing happening at all on Alamut, and I am so hungry. We did not make it to the main canyon.
Excellent. We will start there. Thank you.
Come, Noor. Follow me.
So Noor must be my status, I believe, like probably like newbie.
Are you looking forward to your initiation?
Yes. It feels like I have been preparing my whole life for this.
I could not sleep the night before my ceremony. From excitement and a small bit of fear, if I am to be honest.
We all fear the unknown. But a greater unknown awaits on the other side of initiation.
You speak of the Order?
I see them as monsters from a tale. Hiding in dark corners, down dark alleys.
The difference is that the Order is real.
What do they want?
I'm gonna be honest,
They
it's a
want
little
to
bit
control
basic. They
Baghdad.
could have like named
They
it something else, just like... Okay. Oh, okay.
This is Mahja.
Magnificent.
Soon, you shall have one of your own.
Fulad introduced me to an eagle named Enkidu. He said we have much in common, and not in a complimentary way.
So obviously you'll
She
be
sees
able to
something.
use your eagle to
Follow me.
fly above, you know, to have a sights above places, you know, buildings, etc. that will help you strategize, making moves. You can also, I believe, RS some of the guards, if you so to do
Find a
so.
place to hide.
What is this place?
Okay.
Must be near the camp. We have the
What can I...
Stop making so much noise. Hold on! Yeah.
Quickly! I am behind you.
We must
strike fast. Agreed.
Hey, rest assured.
As we were then.
I'm always ready.
So I'll keep an eye
I've
out
got
just
your
in
back.
case.
Do not make a noise.
Guard up. Enemy's been spotted.
If there is a problem, we will be ready.
Okay.
Yes! Show no mercy!
You fall! I see you!
Do not give up! Keep fighting! Remember your training!
Okay. That was a bit messy, but okay. Offers guards.
Not like the wooden targets, is it?
It is not that. This sword.
What of it?
Mercenaries from Baghdad use these weapons.
We must warn the others.
Okay. We're gonna be on our way back to the camp. So this time I've developed my abilities a little bit with the
Mercenaries from
weapons
Baghdad.
and
How do you know?
bring back the message to Roshan.
Basim recognized the make of the sword. I believe him.
Bring him in. How do you know these men were from Baghdad?
Growing up on its streets, I have seen their weapons many times. And closely.
Behind every mercenary is a man who gave them their orders.
Yes, and we must act if we are to learn who that is. We will return to Baghdad, seek Ali ibn Muhammad's help.
Ah, of course. Sahib Zanj. He is a dangerous and delusional fool.
Maybe so, but he is one of our only allies in Baghdad. We need him, and we need his men.
I will go back to Baghdad.
Go to Ali. Find out if the Order sent those men.
I will.
وفقك الله.
وفقك الله.
وداعا. أراك لاحقا.
There's a few kind of, sometimes a few drop frames I find these occasionally on the cinematic. I'm dropping a little bit. But a bit of an ellipse, a bit of a montage for Basim, and there's training because even Basim has a montage, I guess. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the narrative so we don't stay too much in the camp, it's not too repetitive, and we can And back to the gameplay with a bit more space for dialogue, I guess. Or at least a little bit more advancement to the next chapter. And this time we're back where we were before. How are we going to actually make a leap of faith? Are we focused on that this time? Yes we did! Yes we did! So that shows the progression of Basim's focus and training. We are now probably weeks later. And we have grown as a character, as a apprentice assassin, I guess. And we probably feel a little bit more confident with... So again, take the time to read the letters and you know, all the kind of written material to explore more of the context and the
How are you feeling on this auspicious day?
It is strange, Al-Hassan. My head is calmer than I believed it would be. I thought I would be a stormy sea inside, but I am calm and quiet.
Because you have dedicated yourself to your training and left nothing to chance. Here, Basim. You have earned this. It is a great honor. I suspect you understand that.
Roshan and the others are waiting for me. Modern. And thank you, Al-Hassan.
There we go. Kevin, once again, very symbolic here. And again, we come back to the Condalian theory, you know, like, we can talk to you guys about this. The caves you fear to enter, who the treasures you seek. This kind of what's gonna happen.
This is a big day.
How are you feeling?
Ready to make the leap.
I wish you to know it has been an honor to watch you walk your path. As a novice, and as a man.
I am grateful to you for leading the way before me.
I am honored. Come, your new robes await.
So very polite to each other. And yeah, and Basim feels a little bit more grounded as well.
They suit you well. Come, it is time.
His voice is more, you know, it's calmer.
How did you feel on that day so long ago?
I felt afraid. My palms were
really
with sweat and my
beautiful,
knees were shaking.
almost mystical environment right there in the caves. With those candles, it's yeah, quite ritualistic for that matter. This is exactly what we are about to experience.
I
like the
cannot
blade
imagine you being afraid.
Allow me to share a secret with you on this important day. To
Yeah.
have courage means to act in the midst of feeling great fear.
This is very true. There we are. Yeah, because it's quite possible there's some music there. Yeah. To set the mood.
Basim, Ibn Ishaq, are you ready to leave your life behind and walk the path of shadows?
I am.
Are you ready to give up who you once thought you were? Ready to sacrifice everything you held close?
I am.
Never forget the tenets you have sworn to uphold. Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight. Never compromise the Brotherhood. Then, out of the dark, you will come into the light. And from the light, you will return to the dark.
So the player has to make that commitment as well. There you go. R1.
Basim ibn Ishaq, you now follow in the Eagle's path.
The Hidden Blade is given to Basim as a final part of his training and ritualistic welcoming to the Brotherhood. Here we are.
Welcome, Hidden One. You have died and been reborn. Now, fight me as your equal.
I found that quite interesting, the polarity of colors between Basim and Roshan.
Letting your anger take over again. Well done. Which one will I strike with next? My dagger
How is
or my
that
sword?
for focus?
I don't remember teaching you that.
You have trained me well, Roshan.
I can maybe. Oh my goodness, that's the problem. I've always had a problem with the photo mode is triggered quite often.
ساعدوني.
Noor! Noor! Do not strain. Save your strength.
He traveled unprepared. Left Baghdad in a hurry.
Here, drink.
Ali. He is gone. They took him in the night.
They?
The Order. Bring him to my tent.
If Ali is gone, we are blind. The Order has put a fog over Baghdad and their movements.
We must go to Baghdad.
Roshan, Basim, go with Fulad. Leave at once.
Okay, and we are on the way to Baghdad this time. So, our training is finished. We fought Roshan as our equal, no longer as a mentor. We might fight her as something else later in the game. I'll let you guess what status that will be. But now we are leaving the kind of hideout of the assassins on the way to Baghdad. And so kind of really begins the game, the actual heart of the story, as we return as an assassin many months, many years even after leaving the place and Nehal. I believe we're going to have the title of the game, the title card in a very short amount of time now. There we go, loading. We have a little bit of time sometimes to load a screen like this one. Yeah.
Basim, we should keep moving.
I would like to look around first, if I may. Baghdad and its surroundings call to me.
Very well, but do not be long. There will be much to do once we reach Harbia.
Look for a lattice-covered courtyard near Shah's mosque. That is where Noor was gathering his information. That is where we will be.
So you can reconnect with Roshan and the member of the Creed in different places, in different locations. They have bureaus, basically, in Baghdad. They have bureaus, and you can...
Now, where does my heart take me?
There we go. Polymonte. Those are tokens. Those are the kind of currency you can use occasionally to get favors. They are kind of like a little bit specific and use them for different reasons. And here we go, we have at last our first look at the map. And this is kind of it, really. I mean, it goes a little bit beyond this, but it's where a good part of the game would take place, and you have different cities and stops, etc. But this is... no, that will extend just a little bit. That will extend a little bit more than that. But it's not that enormous, actually, which makes it a lot more manageable. You know, and it's make the game a bit more accessible somehow, or you can finish it into a reasonable amount of time if you don't want to spend hundreds of hours in an open world game. Here we go. So you have the world in the center of that menu. You're gonna have inventory, so obviously you will have different type of outfits and costume. Those ones are the ones from my previous gameplay, so you can, you know, you can dress in many ways. Sometimes you can dress strategically as well. There are a couple of costume Tabayek, here we go, Sanskrit origins. You can dress up in many different ways if you want to. The tools, so we mentioned before you have the torch, then you're gonna have the blow dart, sorry. You're gonna have smoke bombs, you're gonna have the traps, so kind of sparks. And the noisemaker, and obviously the dagger. Yeah, and you can buy them from the market. You can go to, I think, blacksmiths sometimes to get those stuff as well. They are pretty much accessible in every kind of urban environment. In terms of skills, you have different skills trees. So Phantom, Trickster, or Predator. Depending on your own preference and style, you will have different type of abilities you can unlock. Breakfall, for example, that's kind of important if you don't want to occur damage. Kickback is pretty good, and basically you kind of end up being quite a skillful and deadly assassin as you progress through the game. Some really cool moves sometimes, and you do have different types of, obviously, levels of, you know, kind of inventory capacity. The pickpocket, the auto loot, so to speak, is there as well. That's what we saw at the first, in the first instance of the game, and so on and so forth. A variety of options, and this is more for Enkidu. So you can look at buildings, identify enemies, blah blah blah. Yeah, and that's kind of it. So you don't have the kind of endless 3 skills of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which was completely out of proportion. Here it's kind of really targeted to the style of the game and what it is to achieve. So I found this a lot more coherent than even like Odyssey. I found this particular skills tree a lot less overwhelming than the last possibly 2 or 3 Assassin's Creed. And then you would have the database of the different landmarks. You're gonna have tutorials, and the story of Baghdad. There's a little bit of a cultural sites, or cultural kind of knowledge given to the sites of the game, so you can learn more about it. If you're interested in that particular culture, you can learn more in depth, and you can, you know, kind of, yeah, learn from the game basically. And that's it. So the menu is by itself quite well layout. You know, it's not too much, it's not overwhelming, and you know, I find it's really good. And obviously the quick save is here to save your progression. Now there's not a lot of, I would say, causality or causation between the different segment of the game. This is where the linearity, the linear path of the narrative kicks back. Obviously you carry your accessories and your weapons from one kind of segment to the other, but there is nothing that truly kind of handicap you if you didn't do some things in the game to move to the next part. I would suggest to do the first storyline entirely, then doing the side missions and cleaning the map as always at the end. It's always better. And then you have your dirhams. You're gonna have your different kind of tokens to bribe scholars and other members of society. You can craft, I believe, some material and some stuff. I mean, I'm not really into crafting personally, but that's available to you. Consumables are here. The different type of, yeah, you can upgrade stuff like that. Okay, I don't find this being the most interesting things. And yeah, different items of interest that you can collect. I'm not sure you can sell them. Maybe you can. I don't know. It's been a while, but enigmas will be like different riddles to find treasure and specific loot. Then you have all this kind of junk you're gonna accumulate, like dices and feathers, things you don't really need, but you can sell for money, or at least at a little price, to different merchants. And yeah, that's it really. And then obviously you have the Ubisoft store that will sell you some shiny outfits and glow in the dark blades to you know, perfectly accompany your dashing look as an assassin. But that is up to you. You can spend your Ubisoft credit on it. I personally don't do it. I don't fall into meta currency for gameplay like this. I don't think there should be a pay-to-win situation. Those items might give you some abilities sometimes or not. It doesn't really matter. The game should be like really good by itself without this kind of like additional stream of income for the publisher. But yeah, no, this is it. So hey, here we go. Let's come back to this. And now we are back into the desert. So what we're going to do, we're just going to do a little approach to the city, so we have a bit of a view of the environment and how this look. And I think I will leave the stream for today, knowing that we did the first chapter of Assassin's Creed Mirage together. Here we go. Again, beautiful game. I'm so, if anything, I'm really taken aback by the beautiful world they created and how caring they are with all those details. The storyline, I really like it too. And I'm coming to look at Assassin's Creed Shadow with similar excitement, to be honest, and the game should be now available at the end of March, I believe, which is really exciting. Just had a release saying that they needed a little bit more time to finish a couple of things, and yeah, it's been pulled down already from pullback since I think November or October, November. So clearly they need a little bit more, yeah, a bit more of a runway before the release of the actual what is this? Okay, of the game. There's, as for every Assassin's Creed game, a lot of polemic, a lot of noise around the release. You know, things to do with cultural representation, with inclusion and diversity in the game, with representation of different ethnicities, etc. People make a lot of noise about it. I don't think those are discourse that are really serious or relevant to the matter of the story of the game itself. Let's remind ourselves it's a game, but where sometimes maybe Ubisoft is kind of making things a little bit harder for themselves. Look at this water, just a minute, gorgeous. So when Ubisoft is making things a little bit harder for themselves is when they bring a few claims about being culturally accurate and culturally authentic, and I know what they try to say. I think I know what they try to say about this, but it kind of really raise a really high bar for expectations, and people whose culture is depicted will come with a serious amount of grievances, knowing that some shortcuts are being taken. And this is not new. If you look at, for example, Assassin's Creed Unity, you know, taking place in Paris. As a Parisian, I was really happy to play it. I think that was really fun. I wasn't outraged that Parisian had a Canadian accent because it was dubbed in Montreal. I don't mind. I think if anything it's a little bit funny, but I'm not kind of outraged by that choice. I understand the economics behind it, and it's fine. Again, it's a game. I can move past this, but you know, I can understand maybe for the cultures there. I think they can be a lot more sensitive, and there's maybe a lot more care to do, or due diligence sometimes to make when it comes to cultural depictions. So here we go. That is my take on this, and yeah, as we are moving towards the gates of the city, I think I will wish you all a lovely evening. Thank you all for joining me today and for watching this video later online. Yeah, let me know if you played Assassin's Creed Mirage, if you liked it, and what was the favorite segment of the game that you enjoyed. And until next time, I wish you all happy gaming. Bye bye.